everyone, Ray the Dash and Womble here. Hope everyone's had a great Friday. Hopefully all the Dashers did really well and made it worth their while being out and about. Having fun whilst earning.
Drive to highlighted route.
Every time. How to stop this thing doing this craziness. Turned it off. Let's see if that stops it. Anyway, crikey. I think I missed a day from what we've been. I didn't realise it was Friday. And we done a few deliveries, and then one came in for 3rd Street Social, and I went down there and I went, "Oh, it's busy for us. It's a busy one down here." Well, I said, "Well, typical Friday night." I went, "Friday? What are you on about Friday?" And I thought it was Thursday. I really did think it was Thursday. Days roll into one another, but after I guess after having a few too many pain pills, I must have lost the day somehow. Anyway, got started at about 6 o'clock or so, and got one from the Mint, and that was quite a heavy one for that one. Trying to not get too many heavy ones. I mean, you can't flipping predict that, but just trying to be a bit easier on myself for a little bit. But anyhow, got that one off to the customer. Can't quite remember where that one. Oh yeah, I went to that. I went to the Mint a couple of times. One was with Doordash, and then another was with Uber Eats. The Uber Eats one, that went to a rather strange but kind of quirky house. And pulled up around the corner, and it was like, oh, there it is on the corner. Well, this looks a rather strange home. Anyway, it had sort of had that castle. I didn't really look at the rest of the house. All I remember is like the entrance to it, and it was like this stone wall ripping entrance with these wrought iron gates on it, and both of those were open. It just looked like a castle. And as I approached it, I could hear some sort of twittering going on in there, like there was a bloody bird or something in there. And it was somewhat, it wasn't real dark and that in there, but it was a little bit worrying for me, at least. Not really into birds too much. I mean, they're all right from a distance and whatever, but I'd rather not be too close. But yeah, and so I was a little bit dubious to walk into this place. But anyway, I did get a picture, and of obviously when I dropped the food off, but I didn't get a picture of the outside. But yeah, it was somewhat of a quirky house for sure. But yeah, it was, I wouldn't say it was overly busy tonight, but I mean, I turned down an awful lot. And I started out on Doordash, I had 17% acceptance rate. Well, that's pretty flipping big for me. And I kept declining it, and for some bloody stupid reason, it went up to 19%. Like, what the? Started out with 17, I've declined, and now I've gone to flipping 19%. Anyway, so yeah, did something on all the apps tonight with, I did Grubhub, Uber Eats, and Doordash. And yeah, it wasn't overly busy. There was an awful lot of offers coming through that I didn't want to get anywhere close to. I'm a little bit more pickier than I usually am, I suppose, at the minute. But I've been taking a lot of pain pills, that's for sure. These ones from the dollar shop. A bit strange ones, these ones. I try to get something. Aspirin. Chewable ones or something. Orange. They've got an orange flavour on them. As soon as you open up the darn things, it's definitely orange. But as soon as I took one, if even about choked me to flipping death, because bloody the dust off of it, it's not like a oh bollocks. It's not like a coated or anything. And yeah, dust off of that hit the back of my throat. Anyway. But the other three I took were fine. But yeah, it was an interesting night. We were sat over by the Mint, and I was a car park with just a few spaces up. Well, I was more the other side of away from the Mint, mainly because when I pull out of there, it's easier to pull up outside of there now if I do it that way. So I'm a few like spaces down, a lot more spaces down. And so anyway, while I'm waiting there, waiting for something to come in halfway decent, and this is kind of always the start of the night. The geezer come out of the tavern, whatever it bloody well is there, and tavern in bar, I don't know. Anyway, boozers. He gets to his vehicle and stumbles, drops his keys, and you could tell that he'd had a few, and he was about to get into his car. And it's like, well, what do you do? You know, as drivers, we see flipping idiots like this every day. We see flipping people that are in accidents and that are no fault of their own because of some idiot that's flipping had a few too many. I've seen far too many over the years of what's happened when some drunk gets behind the wheel. And I've experienced it far too close at hand. But so I really don't like that idea. So did I do wrong? I don't know. I mean, you either flipping don't do anything about it and hope that these people flipping either find a sense of, well, no, maybe I should just go call an Uber or whatever. Or if they do get in their car, that they're actually going to find their way home and be okay and, well, not do anyone else any harm, or any animals, whatever. I don't know. I couldn't flipping deal with it. I couldn't deal with that on my conscience, so I ended up calling the cops. Couldn't deal with it. It was this person was definitely was pissed. Anyhow, you just couldn't let that go. Just cannot flipping just let that go. I mean, what if he'd gone up the road and flipping hit another dasher or something? Or, I mean, what if he'd gone up the road or just through that car park? There's kids in that car park that are coming out of restaurants or going in restaurants or whatever. I mean, going with their families and that. In fact, when I pulled out at some stage during the night, we were up towards the Tacovia, and there was some grandparents, I'm going to presume it was, with a little kid, and I don't know, they didn't seem to have a lot of brain power between them, and they weren't watching the kid. Kid wants to flipping play. I mean, he's a little kid, and he thinks he's being a little smart ass or whatever, but grandparents are not really caring, and they're in a road. I mean, they're in the flipping driving part of the road of the car park. They finally flipping realised how stupid they were, I suppose, and they went off and gathered him up and flipping got him over. But they were actually dumbasses. But anyway, but what if it had been that bloke? What if it had been this drunk that had come up the road? I mean, I sat back and waited for them to flipping get their act together. This drunk would not have flipping done that, I don't think. I don't think he would have had the wherewithal to know what to do. So anyway, I called the cops to come out and deal with that. I gave them the number, and he did drive off. I told him which way he was going and that. And anyway, cops came by a little bit later on, and I flagged them down and told them what had happened and that. I guess they must have known him or something, because they knew about it. Anyway, I mean, you either change the life of the bloody drunk, or before he changes the life of someone else, or end someone else's life. The thing is, you know, we're all on the road so many hours during the day, so many hours during the week, months, etc. We all see the flipping nastiness of the road, and we just don't need idiots like that. We all flipping meet up with flipping completing up dipsticks that think they can do stuff like that. You can't. You cannot do it. The roads are too busy. It's a Friday night, as I eventually found out. But it was, you know, we've already got enough with idiot kids out here flipping that have got high-powered cars that they should never have at their stage of life. They don't need to flipping. They haven't got the brains to flipping figure out how to flipping control the vehicles. And so it takes one of them and this flipping drunk or another drunk or whoever it is to get together, and there's a whole lot of mess. Anyway, so yeah, so that was one of the moments during the evening. So later on, yeah, I went over to 3rd Street Social. Went over there to pick up the Grubhub order. That might have been the Grubhub order. I can't remember which one it was now. But anyway, I'll put everything up here. And I go up there. The place is packed. Cannot park in that car park. It is actually balls to the wall. Anyway, I just dumped the van behind some cars, put the hazard lights on and went stuff it and going in. If they want it moved, just let me know. Anyhow, as I walks around the back as one car to go towards the entrance, there's this bloke sat on the bench outside and he's got this lovely flipping dog, like a Labrador, and chocolate Labrador, or more like a caramel actually. Not so dark brown to it, but oh, what a lovely dog she was. I said to him, is it friendly? He went, yep, she thinks that everybody's here for her. Aren't they? Anyway, so anyway, made a big fuss of that dog. I never did learn his name, her name, but she was lovely, absolutely lovely dog. Anyhow, I left her and went on into the restaurant. Told them who I was there for. I think it was a Grubhub one. Anyway, told them who I was there for, showed them on the screen as well. Went and sat my arse down. And some bird come round the corner and said, I didn't hear what she said first of all. But anyway, she said it again. Oh, okay. And I'm not even really sure I knew who the bloody hell I was picking up for. I was still in the days that I was flipping. How comes it's Friday? Already. Anyway, so I grabbed that, walked outside. The dog was there, all jumping around. I thought it was for me, but I think his other owner was coming behind me. But anyway, the wee doggy was quite friendly and was very friendly. And I was quite happy to meet up with it. I wish I'd taken a picture. She was a lovely dog. Absolutely lovely dog. Very, very friendly. I got right the way down with hipping, talking to her, and she sat there and listened, looking at me, listening, trying to figure out what I was saying, probably. But anyway, yeah, so it didn't last too long. I mean, I went up until I think 11:30 or 11 o'clock was where the last one ended. It's now 2:30. Came home and watched some YouTube. Actually, I did a ride along video on the way home. There was some lightning in the distance. So I thought, oh, I'll do just drive through the country with some lightning. And there was a great big bolt of lightning at the beginning, so it might be a nice video to have on. So if you like just to drive along with some music and that, going through the country, that's going to be on another video that I'll put up. Really nothing to it, just music. Some people just like to watch those. And actually on that drive along, if you do happen to watch it, you'll just before I go up and see the horses, if the horses appear on that, I'm not sure they appear on that. We always go past the horses every night, and they're out all hours. Anyway, anyhow, so I came up the hill, up Northfleet Hill there, and sure I saw a dog in the corner of my eye. And there's been a dog that's been missing for a little while that you see all the posters for there. So I went up the road a bit, turned around and went back to find it. I didn't see any, but maybe I was just seeing things. But anyway, so I turned around and went back again. So if you do watch it and you see me turning around, that's all that's about. But no, and of course when I got home, my wife has gone indoors, and she knows that I'm going to be out here doing a video. But bearing in mind there was some lightning about, and all of a sudden, poof, it just opened up. There was a whole lot of flipping rain and storms and whatever, and I was sitting here watching YouTube. Catching up on that. But yeah, it's was somewhat busy, that's for sure. Awful lot of flipping ridiculous offers, and I'm going to put some of those up here. I really do try to keep away from the negative stuff anymore, but I was having a grumpy day for sure, because my back was hurting and every flipping jostle was making it flipping worse. But I figured that, you know, if I move around a little bit, maybe that will help flipping get it right. It felt okay for the most part, but then I went up another bloody house full of steps, and again those flipping wooden railings. I mean, they look pretty thick and that they're going to take a battering, but it seems like all the houses that have those things are absolute crap. They're not set in right. I don't know what. I mean, some of them, it's an older house and they've rotten through. They had never been treated right in the first place. But no, it's like, why in the bloody hell have these things? They're absolute flipping useless. You can't put any weight on it. You can't put my weight on it. You can't put the weight of that bloody bag that gave me the backache the other day on it, that's for sure. But it's yeah, it's crazy, absolute craziness. And yesterday I did a video which might have come out this morning. Yeah, it came out yesterday morning, and it's about a new app. So and it's nothing to do with food delivery. It's all about taking pictures. So if you've not seen that one, I'll put the link below, or just look at yesterday's video. It's called the New App Spotlight, is what I put on it. But it's always good to have another app in your arsenal, I suppose, if you want to call it that way. And you know, when you have a lull period and you got this other app to deal with, or another app to deal with, you know, if you mainly do Doordash, you've got other ones that you can look towards and hopefully get something out of them. More the merrier, really, within reason. As long as you can keep up with them all, that's the thing. That's the thing on them all, keeping up with them all. Anyway, I think that'll do it for now. I'm not going to make a very long video, or no, it looks like it's long enough. And hopefully everyone has a great weekend. All the dashers earn well, and if hopefully it just works out for you and you all earn well, and hopefully it's a stress-free weekend for you. Looks like it's going to be a bit warmer for us today. It's 75, I think, at the minute. Yeah, it's 75 fast, and it's 2:40 a.m. Jeez. Anyway, thanks for watching, and hope everyone has a good one. Cheers. Ta-da.